You guys probably didn't expect this. It's time for BRAND-A-THON 2019. It's back. And hey, it's not just one video like 2017 or 2018. It's a series. I don't know how many episodes, but it's gonna be fun. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. saradietschy.com has been Squarespace for a minute now, and it looks beautiful. BRAND-A-THON. What is BRAND-A-THON? If you're new around here, BRAND-A-THON is where I take my brand and I give it a facelift with new assets from designers, some new pictures, but guess what? This year comes with a twist. It's not for Sara Dietschy rhymes with Peachy. I think I'm good in that area. It's going to happen to my podcast. Well, guys, we're starting off episode 1 with a bang, and I am changing the name of my podcast. I am 40 episodes in, changing the branding because I made a mistake. Guys, I made a really big mistake. Hey Sarah, I love your podcast, That Creative Life. It's so good. Actually, my title of my podcast is The Creative Exchange. I know it can get kind of confusing because That Creative Life used to be a series on my YouTube channel, but it's really not a series anymore, and I mean, you don't care, okay? This is like branding 101. Don't confuse your audience. Don't confuse your customers. Don't confuse blank. So here's the thing. I have this obsession with naming things with the word creative in it. I've had 2 different docu-series on my channel called Creative Spaces TV and That Creative Life. That Creative Life. That Creative Life started honestly as my first podcast years and years and years ago. I just sat on a couch with someone and talked. And then it morphed into so many different things that it never really landed on clear branding. Fast forward a couple years and both of them are done. A lot of what I did in these series still lives in my channel today. I'm obsessed with creative process and love to show it off. When I started the podcast, I still thought I was gonna use the name That Creative Life, my YouTube channel. I decided to name the podcast another name with the word creative, The Creative Exchange, which is a great name. I mean, that's a great name, right? But well, Sarah, now you're putting That Creative Life on shirts, but then you're not making those videos on your YouTube channel, and you have this other thing that you did a long time ago called Creative Spaces TV, and just, it's a lot, right? People are confused. Okay, so that is why, officially right now, there is no more The Creative Exchange. Podcast canceled. Just kidding, I'm not canceling the podcast, just changing the name. It's no more Creative Exchange. You never knew Creative Exchange. Put that out of your brain. It's gonna be called That Creative Life, which I think fits so well because it's a motto that you guys relate to. It's what we wear on our shirts. It's what we rep. We're out here living our best life, living our best creative life. So a podcast where I interview artists, YouTubers, CEOs, everyone in between living their best creative life. That seems like a name that fits. Oh my gosh, all of that to say, welcome to BRAND-A-THON 2019. So first step is podcast art. My podcast art right now is very, very sad. Look at that. Aw. So it has to look good in a square box. And then maybe it'd be cool to have some new colors other than peach, you know, maybe like liven it up a bit and then have some other assets to do some more things with. So I'm not a graphic designer. As much as I want to be, I'm not. So I'm hitting up my friend MagDL. He has the most fire Instagram and he just started a YouTube channel. You guys should check it out. I used to work with MagDL at our church where I would like sit in the corner and make like Instagram assets and Photoshop. It's where I learned Photoshop. I would like always ask him and the other designer, hey, how do you like deselect all the layers? And they'd be like, Command D. And I'd be like, okay, but yeah, that's where I know I'm from. So it's cool for us to come together again. We have professionally matured. I feel like he does the coolest stuff. This is MagDL. I could not figure out how to put my face in podcast art with also words. And so when I saw, you know, all of the different posters that you were doing, I was like, oh, it'd be perfect. Shout out to Magdiel for recording that. I could watch it for hours. It's so therapeutic. Before I reveal the final assets in the podcast art, a quick message from our sponsors at Squarespace, because yo girl got sponsors for this series, and guess what? We're not just paying the artists who are helping out in exposure anymore. My poor homies who helped out in the first Brandathons. I was just like, I'll tag you in a video. So that's right, Magdiel, you can't give me the friends discount. I'm sending you money whether you like it or not, and I'm saying it on this video, so you have to accept it. Here's the thing, I've been using Squarespace for a while now, and I absolutely love it. saradietschy.com looks poppin', and I'm starting to think, do I need to make a dedicated website for my new podcast? Leave a comment down below. Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it's necessary to have a central hub with like all the places that you can click, you know, like all the different platforms? I don't know. Y'all are gonna have to let me know. There are so many beautiful templates to make your website with, whether you're a designer trying to make your online portfolio or you need an online shop. Squarespace has award-winning 24/7 customer support via live chat and email. That came in handy when I wanted to change the colors of my different rectangles on my homepage. They came to the rescue. You don't have a domain? saradietschy.com, peachyfam.com, no worries, they got you covered. So when you're ready, go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and for 10% off your first purchase of your website or domain, go to squarespace.com/saradietschy. That's me. Okay, everyone, the moment has come. It is time to look at all of these assets. Let's decide what the final podcast artwork is going to be. Ooh, love these. What are you guys thinking about the colorful vibe? So this is an asset that basically is super easy for me to just change who is in it. So I can change pictures. I mean, that'll be cool for just posting on Twitter, Instagram, giving the guest that asset. You know, just plugging in Gary V, Peter McKinnon in there. You know, if they want to post about it. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Ooh, interesting. Wow, that looks cool. I love the chunky stripes. I really do. See, like, to my eye, the peach kind of looks out of place here a little bit, but it's like, it's a part of me, you know? The biggest thing that I told Magdiel was my name has to be in it, and then the title of the podcast, and then my face. So those are the three main things, and it's hard to fit in all of that. Now, I don't know if this will be good for the podcast art because it's still a little busy, but gosh, it's still so cool. Ooh. Now see, this was the one that caught my eye. It's like, there's something with this one. I love the bar with my eyes. The peach looks a little bit random, so I feel like I might have to like adjust that. But this is the one that I was like, this has potential for the podcast art. Oh my gosh, I love this. I could use this for like a banner or just something. This is like perfect. This is good for like a watermark type situation. If I just want a little splash of that creative life. Love just the stripes, whether they're colorful or the black for that creative life. Magdiel, you did amazing. Ooh. See, that's a vibe. That's a vibe. This is a vibe. What are you guys thinking? What's going through your head? It's almost perfect. But an animator friend was at the office recently for another episode of Brand-A-THON, and I basically was like, yo, can you play around with it? And after some tweaking, we arrived at the final podcast art. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Bing! I think it's gonna look really good small. You gotta think people are gonna see this pretty small on their phones when they're scrolling through their apps or whatever. So I'm so psyched for this. All of the other assets that MagDL made, I'm basically gonna use as is. And I have a few ideas in my brain on how to make them kind of come alive on different platforms and video format, which I'm very excited to explore with that. But I'm so psyched with these. I felt like the peach bar was enough peach, and then just the rainbow-ish hue wasn't too crazy, but it still gave it its own identity. And it's simple, and I think it's really, really gonna pop. I'm obsessed. And then we had to Photoshop some hair. I had those little stragglers on the side, so did a little bit of cleaning up with that, but I think that is clean. Well, you guys can officially go see the artwork on the podcast. Tell me how it looks on your phone. Maybe just go through the archives of the 40 episodes that I have up. Listen to any ones that you haven't heard yet. Let me know what your favorite episode has been so far, and I'm so excited to kick things off again, but not until we have all this branding sorted out. I love this stuff so much, and I'm so grateful to have you weirdos with me, you creative weirdos. That's what Mr. Kate calls their audience, and I love it. If you're still watching this video, that's amazing.
Fascinating thing.
Hey, this was just episode 1, so maybe I'll post another one tomorrow or next week. I don't know, but it's gonna come quick because I want to start this podcast back up. All right, internet fam, make sure to check out my Squarespace link down in the description below and the podcast links in the description below. And yeah, I'm excited for this journey. Stay peachy. Okay, bye.